Hi, my name is Aisha. Welcome to One Elder Speaks. Um, One of the things that I've been working on last year and this year was manifesting. And I had never really put myself out there to really, bring things to me before. Just, wrapped up in life and work and everything else. And, I think I was almost afraid. What am I going to manifest, and is it going to be a monkey paw kind of wish, I don't want to do that. But in the winter of 2018, 2019, I had gotten sick 3 times. I was sick for 3 weeks each time. It was very unusual for me to get ill more than once in a season, and certainly weird to be sick for 3 weeks. But of course, I don't have those kinds of days off, so I was working through it all and everything. So this winter season, I wanted to manifest health, and so what I did is I set my intention, and then I gave it my attention for a time. And I would basically, how does health feel? And then bring that energy in, and then align myself to that energy and see myself as healthy and robust and completely okay. And it worked. It worked really well. I didn't have any issues to deal with until February. And in February, I got my first case of the shingles, and it was horrendous. It was so painful. I'm glad I don't remember that, the chicken pox from when I was a kid, because that couldn't have been any daggum fun either. But I had it from the front to the back all the way, and it was pretty painful. I found some home remedies that really helped out a lot, and I was able to weather it. I didn't really count that as part of that whole health thing, because that was like unexpected out of the blue. Not something that, I mean, I was thinking more respiratory, sinusy, kind of stuff, and this was completely different. In the midst of all the COVID 19, I didn't even really think much about it. But when we did go into quarantine, I did get sick for just a week, and then I was done and I was fine and I was over it. So I look at it as a success because, most of that winter I had no health issues whatsoever. And certainly by the time the whole quarantine came about, I was certainly distracted and really wasn't thinking. I don't know. I think I was thinking, if I get it, maybe I'll probably be one of those that it doesn't kill or put on a respirator, so I'm not seriously going to worry about it. But I certainly did do the quarantine thing and followed those rules and everything. But I feel like that was a success anyway. Even with those two things happening, I feel like I made a real difference in in manifesting health for this winter. And so the next thing that I've been kind of immersing myself into the whole idea of we manifest our reality by where we put our attention and by how we do our thinking. And I'd always thought, pretty negatively. I mean, even as positive as I try to be. I mean, when it comes to me, I had a tendency to harp on what I don't have in my ramblings in my head, harp on what I don't have, harp on what I haven't manifested yet, harp on what I haven't done. And the idea of manifesting is that you want to definitely think about having these things. You want to think about what it would feel like to have these things, and how it would be if you were if you had all the things that you wanted in your life. Because if you think about what you don't have or what you haven't manifested, then you're going to keep manifesting that same thing. The universe is going to keep bringing you what you're thinking about. So, so with that in mind, I was like, well, with COVID 19 and the way that the economy is probably going to be really restructuring itself when it's all said and done, I kind of need to be able to weather whatever storms come. Honestly, just jump in and just go, okay, and have some faith in the universe and have some faith in myself and And so I had to get my attention off of all the, oh, I don't got, and I ain't never had, blah, blah. That had to go by the wayside. So I'm like, okay, so how am I going to do this? Because, I'm of a generation where, we were fed that crap, and God love us, it's kind of hard to change those habits. You have to physically get into the habit for, kind of get into the habit and then of yanking yourself out of it, and focusing your attention elsewhere. So focusing my attention on, God, it's going to feel good when, finally, am doing what I want to be doing and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I'm looking at this thing as, is this might even be an opportunity for me to change the direction of my life and bring in something that I've really wanted all my life, which is, independence and self-sufficiency and, yeah, doing my own thing, doing what I want to do. So we'll see. I mean, I would really like that. So one of the things that I had really come into contact with, I guess in my musings in my head, was an idea of me, like my higher self. And what I mean by that is the part of myself that is closer to source, the part of myself that is already operating in a different space. Like I look at myself as I'm in the video game and I'm here, but this is not all of me here. I'm also with source. I'm also in all these different dimensions in the multiverse. I'm also, I feel like I feel like I have a higher self. And I feel like I met that higher self. And we didn't really exchange words. There was just this entity, this energy had big energy and big hair. And I don't mean really hair. I mean like probably big energy around the head. But Leo ascendant, big hair. um, and the thing that this energy like felt like to me was like it was me, but it was without fear. It was without doubt. It was totally in sync with faith in the universe. And that's what I had not really sharpened or honed quite yet. Was having that complete and total faith in the universe and just, stepping off the cliff and just, I'm going to be caught, you know? There was no fear. Okay. And it was me. But it wasn't hung up on the same things that I've been hung up on. It's not hung up on the same programming. It wasn't in the programming. That's what it was. Yeah, the programming of fear, the programming of loss, the programming of you can't or you shouldn't or all that stuff. That didn't exist with this entity. And so I decided that I wanted to be able to navigate the times that are going to come. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We don't know if the economy is just going to tank or how this is going to affect people. We also don't know if there's going to be second waves. And I got to tell you, in Spanish influenza, the first wave killed quite a few people, but the second wave killed even I think it was 4 times more, and we don't know what this is going to, how this is going to play out. We don't have any kind of forehand knowledge. And so we don't really have, I think it really brought out the fact that we've never known what the future is going to bring. We don't have a fail-safe. All this can go away tomorrow in a blink of an eye, Nothing's written in stone. Except for us. We always have us. When we come here, we have us. When we leave here, we have us. And that always connects us with source and with others as well. This 3D world, this will pass away. We won't need to be here anymore. But who we are in spirit And source, that doesn't leave, that doesn't go anywhere. And I would like to step out of my programming so that I can navigate the brave new world that we, will find ourselves in. And so, with manifestation, so I bring that energy to me, and then I say, I align myself with this energy. And basically, your intention, I align myself with this energy. And it raises my frequency. It raises the frequency up. And I just have to practice holding that. So it's a matter of calling it up and then holding it until it's second nature. I'm really excited. I'm really grateful for this opportunity to be off of work. I've never had like a month off to just not be freaked out and anxious and fearful of losing everything and fearful of what tomorrow's going to bring. I don't want to live in fear anymore. I just don't. Even without any kind of knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, I don't want to live in fear anymore. It's not serving me. They're being loud over there. They're kids. Anyway, and I just want to be I just, if I have to be in this world, I will. And that's fantastic and that's wonderful. And I even appreciate being here, but I don't want to be a part of the fear programming. I don't want to be a part of the economic slavery. I don't want to be a part of the programming anymore. I just want to be me and be free and just take it as it is and take it as it comes and be grateful for it irregardless of what it brings. So, manifestation, aligning myself with my higher self so that I can get away from the programming. I don't know if this is something that you would consider doing, but you certainly, you might want to give it a shot just to see what you think. Because your higher self is always with you. That part of yourself that is more connected to source is always with you. Anyway, I hope that helps you. If any of you have lost loved ones, I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry. This has been hard. If any of you have had to work through this and not been able to affect lives as you would like to, I am so sorry. I'm so very sorry. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring either, so. But we're just going to have to find ourselves within it. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all take care of each other. Practice love. And see you later. Oh.